It's February 4th and the garden's getting ready to wake up. I already started planting a lot of the seeds for what I want to bring out here for this year. Now that everything's kind of getting to that point where it's getting warm, it's time to clean up the garden. All right, so we got it all cleaned up. I think it was only 7 or 8 heads of broccoli that were right here. I think 2 eggplants from a while ago that were still left. Nothing was doing anything good, so it was time just to get rid of it all. And I filled up my little 15-gallon drum pretty fast, so now I'm going to start clearing out the cabbage and the cauliflower. All right, so the next thing to do is to clean out the cabbage and cauliflower right behind me. And then, depending on how that looks, we may take out the peas as well. All right, so we're down here, which kind of seems where a lot of my videos are recorded. So now it's time to get the little wood chipper and chip all this up. All right, so I'm all done with mulching it. It took a little while. Some mistakes were made. I had peppers that I had winter pruned, and there were little peppers on there, and I didn't think anything of them. I kind of forgot about them, and they just sat in the garden for a while. And then we cleaned them up when we brought down all this broccoli, and I threw them in there, and at first I didn't really notice it. I was like, oh, I can smell a little bit of like chili, but then I threw in a lot, and it was pretty close to like a mild pepper spray, where I was coughing a lot and I had to take a break because it was just really strong, and it got all vaporized and airborne, so it was definitely rough for a little bit. But I'm all done. As you can see, I had to just tip the bucket over and use it that way because it's just so thick it wasn't flying out far. But that's all right, it's all good. I'll make it work. So I'm going to show you guys tipping it over, and I'm going to collect up everything on the concrete that I can, and then that's going to end up sitting for a while. I'm going to, all right, so everything that I was able to collect is all in this 27-gallon tote. It's just one of the standard ones you get from any of the home improvement stores or Costco or anywhere like that. You can see that there is a lot of liquid that came off of this up and over there. I did scoop some of that back on in, but there's still so much moisture in what is there that I'm not worried about it. And it's pretty crazy when you think about, we brought down a 15-gallon drum that was full that I had stepped on and compacted, 2 wheelbarrow fulls, and then plus what I carried by hand. So yeah, there is quite a bit of material that was brought down, because our wheelbarrow holds 6 cubic feet, and it was definitely filled more than that. So more than, I'm gonna say more than 15 cubic feet. Yeah, I'm gonna just clean this up. I gotta go find a lid for it and then just let this sit for a long time. All right, so this one right here, this is the one that I did with weeds from just around the property. And I gave this a little stir, and moving it caused it to mix around too, but it's just becoming this like thick, terrible smelling mush of stuff. And this one smells real terrible. I did this like 1.5 years ago, where I had a barrel that I had put a bunch of weeds into. I had left the barrel out, and then it rained and it got filled with water, and it just sat, and it's been sitting for the last year. But that had some like woody stuff in it, and this one that does have the airtight seal on it, it smells terrible. So I'm taking that as a good sign that it's breaking down, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that with this one as well, so that way I can have some good fertilizer. All right, so my garden is somewhat cleaned up. Soon I'll go get some horse compost, mushroom compost, mix them, let them cook a little bit, and then I'll put it up there. All right, so I was able to finish out. Things are good. I'm happy with how this turned out. Sun's out, it's getting pretty hot. We've got a couple things to go ahead and do inside, and then come back out here and do some more work in a little while. All right, see you guys next time. Bye. The cats are digging things up for me.